Oh my god. Tonight on Top Gear. Hello. If anyone's curious, someone asked, I think before. Still haven't even played Kiwami 3. The other lads in the Yakuza 4, they've been discussing their opinions on the game and saying like, oh yeah, we should get together and do a podcast. And I'm like, guys, I still haven't even fucking played it. They'd be like, hey Snowy, what do you think of this section? And I go, what section? What? There's a section where you have to bake a cake? Oh. Instead, what I've been doing is playing Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I beat Path of Radiance the other day. Anyway, I've also been playing... Where the fuck's my controller? There it is. Gonna unplug that bitch. I've also been playing... You'll see in a second. Wow, look at that. Oh yeah, and then I gotta turn it back up. There you go. Hey, can I? Yeah. Nioh 3. Look at that. Hello, John Hub. I'm curious and Geb. Hello, Geb. Oh wait, actually, Han. Yeah, there you go. That's Ichiban. I can't swap to samurai style to show his face better, but there you go. So, last night after I had dinner, I thought, oh my god, that'd be hilarious if I made protagonist look like Ichiban and put that in the thumbnail. So I quickly did it in like 20 minutes. Still short as shit, yeah. RGG have been shafting all of their games, apparently, so they can make Stranger Than Heaven, which probably won't be good. It will probably be, yeah, it's alright. Right, now, I don't know if this chat being there is going to block anything, but we'll have a look. Anyway, let me go here. Shut up. I can go into the character customizer thing. Just in this. Teach me your ways. I played, because I started playing Path of Radiance because it came onto the Switch 2. And Radiant Dawn, I own physically, and I don't know how far I got into it, but turns out in the English version of the game, and I forgot about this when I started replaying it, and I had to start again. Also, saying, sorry, I'm just Dragon Engine. Sorry. The English localization of the game screwed up, and the difficulties in the Japanese version were normal, hard, and stupidly hard. Oh, there he is! And let me do this. This is as good as I could get. See, look, that's Ichiban right there. See? That's Ichiban. Let me hide this. Have we done a 4 faith together? Yeah. We should. Jack Garland from Stranger in Paradise. Anyway, and then I saw that this was one of the expressions you can do, and I'm like, holy shit, it's literally... That's the Ichiban face. The voice is sort of close as well. Whoa! Ghost him. Stranger in Paradise? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! And wait, let me... When he takes damage, it sounds like Nishiki. There you go. So I was like, yeah, I'll do this voice with this pitch. Because it kind of sounds like him. There you go. Anyway. Trying to act like I won't come back to Kiwami 3. I just haven't. I wanted to make a video on it just bullying Sega, but I seriously just fucking can't be fucked playing it. Anyway, playing this though. I forget how to leave. Oh wait, I remember how to leave. Okay, so I also don't actually know what the objective is. I'm supposed to go up there, but I went off in this direction. Nioh 3 is an open world game, unlike the other Niohs, apparently. They did put Kiwami 3 on the Switch too. Also, hello, real, true, anon account. Dress them up like the see this trade for infant wealth. You mean naked? And here's just what I have. Just random shit. I don't really know what I'm doing in the Nioh part of this, but in terms of like playing it, oh shit, bad guys. Actually, what's the volume like? In terms of playing it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've played Stranger of Paradise. So there are some elements that I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, I've got this down pat. I don't need a fucking tutorial or anything like that. And then other things where I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like there's like an agility mechanic with your gear or something. If it's too heavy, you become fat. Oh yeah, easy gaming. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pigpen YT. Wait, this isn't Judgment 3? Dude. At this rate, I don't even want them to make a Judgment 3. It'll make me cry. Although, okay, wait. Can I just not go this way? Oh no, maybe I can go around? I don't know, maybe I just can't go this way. I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'll go here. I was thinking about this last night. Let me know if you guys agree. Alright, I'm not going this way. With Judgment 3, aka just anything Judgment related, obviously we all know that Sega have just pretended like the Judgment games never happened. They've made a great effort to ensure to the world that there is no... there's no war in Bussing, say, or whatever, the Avatar thing. I don't forget. Anyway. They've made great effort in showing that sort of shit. And I sort of thought, what if the reason why is because I'm stuck in a corner? Sega, like, silently... Also, just... hang on. I saw something in the corner of my eye. Oh, 8011 18 bug fix. Oh my god, 8011, like Judgment 3. Thank you, Tybell. What's dense shit? Anyway. Sort of thought, what if Sega, like, quietly sold the Judgment series to another company? They were like, yeah, fuck this, we're just giving it away. Or like, I don't know, before Johnny's and Associates went debunk, maybe they had some sort of right to sell it, and they gave it to someone else, and now there's some other company working on a Judgment 3 or something like that, and so Sega aren't allowed to talk about it. However, in the deal, Sega were allowed 3 of their children, with Kaito, Sugiura, and Higashi. That's what it feels like. And also, okay, there's a prick with a fucking bow and arrow. I'm killing him first.
Yeah.
Press wrong button. Also, I've got like a weird control scheme to make it closer to Stranger of Paradise.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. I wasn't looking. Anyway, that's just something I thought about last night because, like, it goes on sale. Like, both Judgment games go on sale once a goddamn week, and there's never anything from Sega at all. To the point where it feels like they're not allowed to talk about it. That's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, Tsukumo was in Infinite Wealth, that's right. Which was so hilarious. It's just like, oh yeah, I've got these detectives. Sugiura and Tsukumo. But anyway. Titanfall 3, if only. Am I gonna get shot again? By more pricks with arrows? Oh no, I'm gonna get rolled. Watch this. And then we do this. Hang on. It's like a soul burst, but not. Fuck. Easy gaming. Oops. Yeah. I was thinking about that as well, Underman. How people, like, I'm so sick of people saying, like, oh, well, you know, I'm sure Stranger Than Heaven will be good. It won't. But it's annoying because RGG have clearly shown their hand, you know, revealed their hand, we've activated their trap card, and they've shown that they don't give a shit about anything. Clearly. And a big thing, I said this in my Pirate Yakuza video, a big thing that I hate that they just completely ignore and don't care about is feedback for, like, the games themselves. Because obviously they don't care if if they hire Hitler II and people are like, hey, can you please not give Hitler II a job? Obviously I'm exaggerating with that, but anyway. They do something like that and people say, hey, how about you don't do that? And they go, no. They do stuff like that. But then they also do all these pre-release events. Tokyo Game Show, or I remember Infinite Wealth had so many things in... Oh, jump scared. They had so many things in, like, Europe and shit, and Gaiden came to Australia for, like, a demo thing. And they do all this, and you would expect them to, you know, take note of things. Obviously, it's not actual Sega people at all these events. Like, I remember the PAX Gaiden thing. It was just, like, random contractors hired to represent Sega or whatever. They didn't know anything about the game besides what they were told. But you would think that those people would be told to take note of what's said, and even if you don't understand it, just write it down. We'll figure it out. And will I just take full damage? Oh no, it's gaming. But they don't. Huh? What the fuck? There's a boss? Fuck. Get out of here, little bro. But yeah, I was thinking about, like, Pirate Yakuza as well, how they had, in England, they had the boat thing that they did. In America, they hosted some event at this pirate-themed venue. Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ! Chill up. Easy peasy. And they have all these things for people to play the game. And then it's like, why not try and ask people, hey, can you think of any, like, changes we can make? They're literally just doing it for marketing purposes, and then anything said they just completely ignore. And so that way, when the game comes out, it's boring. That was another thing I was thinking about last night that pissed me off. So it's pretty likely that Stranger Than Heaven, you know, it'll come out and they'll be like, oh, here you go, guys, here's Stranger Than Heaven, here's a fucking pre-release thing, we're going to release a demo to the public. And then they'll just ignore every bit of feedback. They'll probably hire, like, fucking Mussolini or some shit. I don't know. Someone around that time. Anyway, I'm not looking at the chat as well because this crazy woman's... Wait! Don't kill me. Alright. There we go. My Hungry Jack frozen pizza will be fresh out of the oven. Amber, what are you talking about? Who is Hungry Jack? I only know Hungry Jacks. Also, frozen pizza. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. And talking about a delay, talking about the stream delay. It's normally like 10 seconds on YouTube with what I have. Oh, Kringus Chimgus, that's a great name. I love the Donkey Kong profile picture. Based. Hell yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed Final Fantasy 16. Stranger of Paradise is also great. You know something else I was thinking about? Hungry Jack Garland. You know, so... What was that noise for? What? Okay. Something else I was thinking about. Which way should I go? I'll go this way. Obviously, the Yakuza games are known for their mini-games and side content and shit. Actually, I'm supposed to jump down from the center. But I know with Kiwami 3, like, I remember seeing, oh, look, the orphanage stuff was going to be, like, optional side quests, and I thought, oh my god, they're finally doing what they should have done. Well, this is an entirely new section as well, Jesus Christ. This is a huge freaking map. I was thinking, like, yeah, they're finally doing what people hope they do, and just remove the padding and all that sort of stuff. Why do I keep hearing fucking scary noises? And then it turns out that they made those, like, orphanage things optional side quests. Cut out certain things, like there's no quest for adopting Mame. It's just... Mame's just there. But then they replace it with shit like the Ryukyu Gal Gang. Like, I remember seeing... This, obviously, I haven't played it, but I have seen people say how, like, Kiryu's like, oh shit, better get back to Kamurocho. And then the Gal Gang's like, hey, do you want to experience our minigame? And then Kiryu goes, well, that's pretty fucking important, I better do it. And what I was thinking about this morning was how I don't mind the odd break here and there, but I hate how with each passing Yakuza game, they try harder and harder and harder to just make sure that you're aware that they have a bunch of mini games and whatever, and then you play something like Stranger of Paradise. There's no random mini games. The optional side content is just more game. If I want to go do a side quest, it's just killing people, you know? I like that. I also don't know what's good for stat builds in this game, no lie. I'm gonna get this. No, I'm gonna get that. No, I'm gonna get that. I don't know. Thanks for saving you money. Good to know. Freaking... Man. That's another thing too. How... I hate the noise the Kodamas make here. Shits me off. Sure. Something else with Kiwami 3 is people saying like, oh, you literally asked for this, and it's like, no, I literally didn't. What I asked for would have been the easiest, laziest thing in the world, but it would have been great, where they basically just took even just Gaiden and just put Yakuza 3's story on it, and that was it. Call it a day. And that could have been something that, like, at this point, modders could have done, and they passed it off to, like, the WWE people or some shit like that, and you'd think, like, oh yeah, clearly it's like, it's so effortless to make a good Kiwami 3 that they've passed it off to these people, so that's easier. And then they managed to still just fuck up everything. A big thing with, you know, like a big thing being the fact that the story's different for no reason. Take this, bitch. Hang on. Wait. Oh, I don't understand it. Fuck you. Take this. Oh. Get over here. And I'm locked in right now. I apologize, because I just saw a little green thing on the side of in the corner of my eye. Wait. Oh, it's one of these guys that don't get... Oh no, money does. Alright, whatever. Oi! Fuck you! Bang! Fuck! How do you, oh wait, yeah, me with my weird button combination, let me do this. Fuck! Alright, back to the chat. I saw someone else say something that I thought was a pretty good point, but I've missed it now. I'm sorry. Also, basically the reason why I'm doing this is because I was just playing Nioh 3 anyway, and I thought, you know what? My parents aren't giving me home today, and I'm chilling at my home. I'll just fucking do it. I can't be bothered. Ucha! Alright. Thank you, Castal Allen. Yakuza Kiwami 9 like a biohazard. Fuck. Yeah, I'm surprised, Goromajan's wife, you saying that? I'm surprised there's no cabaret stuff at all in Kiwami 3, I don't think. Jack Garner is how I pictured the Doomslayer would sound if he talked when tearing apart demons. True. He does talk in the Doom Eternal DLC. I don't remember if he talks in the Dark Ages. It's been a while since I played it. Mass Effect doesn't keep shoving side missions, yeah. It's great because in video games, the idea of side quests and optional things you can do is always, you know, hey, if you do this, one, it extends the length of the game and it makes us look like better developers, but two, you get a cool little prize. Hey, let me go fight the Mushroom 13 in Kingdom Hearts 2. Boom! Mushroom fucking Keyblade thing. Wow. Or you go get, like, the ultimate weapon or some shit. Who's trying to attack me? That's what you should expect from side content, but I've always hated in the Yakuza games that the side content, the only idea behind it is just, hey, it's fun. And it's like, yeah, but I find the main game more fun, so let me fucking play it. Anyway. It's strange that they have a 15-hour mandatory go-kart minigame. Yeah, the side quest dimension took over the canon. You are absolutely right, Geb. I've always said that, like, for example, Kiryu, there's main story Kiryu and sub-story Kiryu, and they're two separate characters. But then also, the canon of, like, Kiryu going around, fucking around with people who misplaced their socks or something. In the canon of the story, that's just shrugged off, like, yeah, it may have happened, I don't know, who cares. But now it's like, oh yeah, fucking, it's part of the story that Kiryu actually went and drove around in a biker gang for some reason. But anyway. Fire Emblem stream when? I also did want to stream Path of Radiance, but I was having so much fun playing it that I just kept, like, every night I'd just hop on my Switch and keep playing it. A whole new Steam account that is Yakuza. Oh! 3 Kiwami shaped. Take this! Who the fuck is that? That looks like a real player. Wait, let me alone, let me execute this guy. Bang. Oh! Bam! Hey shit! Just fuck bro up. Speaking of fucking bro up. What's this? Epic gaming. Shit. It's so hard to aim this shit with an analog stick. There we go. Alright. Yeah, Tybell, Zero really is. And it's annoying that, you know, you have to do the cabaret minigame to unlock Majima's abilities. And the real estate minigame for Kiryu's abilities and then their fourth fighting styles and all that sort of shit. However, at least you do actually get something for that. Beyond just money. And, you compare it to, like, the Goro pirate stuff. I did also say how it was good that because the pirate stuff is part of the main story, that fucking around doing minigames and whatever that, like, level up your pirate points and gets your crew to be better and all that sort of stuff can actually help you in the main story. That stuff is good. Seems door doesn't open it from the side, okay. But for the most part, a lot of those things are just pointless. Like, I just always think, like, the clan creator tutorial you have to do in Yakuza 6. If it weren't for that, Yakuza 6 would have been a significantly shorter game. But, you do all that, and it's like, here's clan creator. We're gonna force you into a side quest, and we're gonna show you all these cutscenes and whatever. We're gonna force you to do the tutorial, which is always annoying. How, like, the combat tutorials are, like, sort of half-assed and take 2 seconds, and then meanwhile the minigame tutorials they put their full energy into. But anyway, clan creator just gets you, like, nothing. I think it gets you money or something. and it probably gets you like some XP stuff, but it's just there's no secret fighting style to unlock from doing clan creator or something. There's no secret weapons to get or whatever. There's just nothing. Ishin actually, with this battle dungeon, speaking of getting weapons and stuff, you would actually get like rare crafting materials, and you could make cool swords. You could make like the cool dragon swords or something like that. So it wasn't just a complete waste of time, even though it was just one of those like overarching mini games that you can slowly do as you play through the game. And what is this again? It's a bomb or something. Walk into it, you fools. And then I just realized they made a fire. They're gonna take 0 damage. And then also this will do some damage actually. Fuck! Take this! I'm burning? Is that what that is? What is that? Or is that like my attacks do fire damage? Ooh. Just a random blue bird. That I just did for just a meme. Sort of parodying internet discourse, where they just say shit and none of it's true. For example, people thought like, how dare you say negatively about this Fire Emblem game? I actually, all the Fire Emblem games I've played, I fucking love all of them. I don't have any like bad things to say about any of them. Except maybe in Fire Emblem Engage they do the whole like person dying in the... I don't even... Was that a guy? They do the whole person dying in the protagonist's arm like 17 times in Fire Emblem Engage, but yeah. And also, yes, they dropped a Switch 2 version of Xenoblade X. My brother's been waiting to play that for such a long time. He's like, I want them to do a Switch 2 update. And now they have. Hell yeah. It's unfortunate that I've beaten it and the additional story in the Definitive Edition, so I don't have anything to do. Got the prog areas and all that sort of shit. Who are you? Wait. Oh yeah, crash out, little bro. Oh, I missed. He's now stuck in a corner. Oh my god, game of the year. This is one of the hardest games in the world to talk to you guys while I play it. Not gonna lie. What the hell? Take that. Bro's just vibing. I'll let him vibe. I thought, yeah, Fates had some weird shit, but I thought Fates had like really good maps, and I think stuff like daggers, for example, having 1 to 2 range, I seem to recall was a Fates thing. I think it's in other, like a couple other Fire Emblem games, but the ones around the time, they were like 1 to 2 range, and so that meant that they were like 3 ranged weapon archetypes and shit, magic, bows, daggers, cool little things there. The pair-up mechanics weren't as overpowered as they were in Awakening. Fates had good gameplay. Oh fuck! I'm playing Monster Hunter. Hucko totally likes there we go. I've only ever played like demos of the older Monster Hunter games. I'm just, because my first one was World. I'm just so used to shit like being able to walk and drink a potion that when I play the older games, I just suck balls. I never end up playing them. Although, wait. One of them, yeah, Monster Hunter 3. I just realized was actually my first one. I'm a big fat liar. It was on the Wii U because I got it for free. Some weird Nintendo promotion thing. It was kind of based. They did it with the Wii U and the 3DS. You'd do something, I don't remember what it was, and then you'd get a free game out of a selection. And I picked Monster Hunter 3, and on the 3DS, my brother did that thing, and he got Mario Kart 7. Anyway. I have played Final Fantasy 2. I don't remember how much of it. I played the GBA version. Oh, it's not good. The only Fire Emblem games you haven't played are Gaiden, Fire Emblem 3, and Fates. Play Fates. It's good. It's you know, it's understandably criticized for being quite weeaboo-ish. But if you ignore that, it's pretty cool. And then I actually, because Fates was my first Fire Emblem as well. Because I bought at an EB Games, I saw Awakening and Fates were just there, pre-owned. So I bought both of them, and I ended up playing Fates first. I don't remember why. But like I quickly played Awakening and Echoes after that, all within the span of like a couple months. I was just like so hooked. But Amber, I cut my pizzas into fucking quarters because it's easier to eat that way. I know that's savage of me to say, but it's true. Anyway, Conquest, Fire Emblem Fates Conquest was the harder one. It's not actually that hard, but it's supposed to be the harder one. And then I saw online, I'll just get this, I don't care. I saw online that people were saying that Birthright was supposed to be like easy mode, and that was supposed to be the one that if you wanted to start with, you'd play that one. And I didn't do that. And it's hilarious because in Conquest you can't like grind to level up, and then in Birthright they're just like, yeah, if you want to fucking get every one of your units to the max level before you go do this next chapter, you can do it. I don't care. That's Birthright. Did I miss? Please, please, bruh. Come on. I swear to God, I better not be hidden in the tree or wait for him to come back. All my homies hate Final Fantasy 2. My entire Final Fantasy 1 playthrough was pretty much exclusively in, also, for God's sake, hang on, my brother's calling me, I don't know why, I'll be back. Alright, that was actually good news. But it's good news that's only relevant to me and my brother. But anyway, back to the gaming. Final Fantasy 1 I played the GBA version of because the GBA version of Final Fantasy 1 uses MP, whereas every other version of the game uses its original magic system, which is like a spell slot thing from Dungeons and Dragons. That works. Hello, Hesidude. Yeah, Cyberdash, I have actually... I think Final Fantasy 2 is cool. Because Final Fantasy 1 barely had a story, and then 2 actually, like, tried to have a story. But anyway. I played the GBA version, and I just emulated it. Which I shouldn't say out loud in Australia, because that's illegal. But, pretty much my entire playthrough was in my study of religion class. That was a class I had to do at my school because it was a religious school. I came out okay, aka not religious, but the classes were always extremely boring. And my teacher, he was a pretty wise lad, that teacher of mine. I you know, even though I didn't believe the same things as he did, I did often enjoy having conversations with him. But when he was teaching, I couldn't be fucked listening to a single word he ever said. So I played Final Fantasy 1 all the time. And I remember there was one day... Someone... What? How dare you spoil it? Nah. It's fine. It's been like 2 years since the Leviathan DLC, you can spoil it. There was one day where... Because it's, you know, it was a religious topic. Teacher started talking about, like, abortion. And that he was saying, you know, because he's Catholic lad, you gotta keep the baby alive and yada yada yada. And there was a girl that was really upset with him for saying that, and they had a massive argument for like an hour. And I managed to beat Chaos while that was happening. I'm sitting here popping off, and my mate's sitting behind me, and he's just like, "Dude, is that the final boss?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's the final boss." I'll be paid DLC for Yakuza 13. No, I won't ever be. You know, they'll sponsor the Rad Brad, who will AI generate a thumbnail for the game and say, "Hey guys, come play this game that looks AI generated." Fuck, can't make that jump. But they'll never give me anything because they hate me. Anyway, oh, 24 months. Beast mode. You got the Black Ice Shinada. I feel like no one ever fucking got the references of the original Shinada badges anyway. There's a Venn diagram of Yakuza fans and Call of Duty fans, and there's like 2 people in the center. One of them is me. I got over there before. I completely forgot how I go over there. There's a chest over there. Anyway. Yeah, we gotta kill Chaos. But yeah. Chaos. I thought Final Fantasy 1 is really good because it's just solid gaming. I think the GBA version also had like the Peninsula of Power, which apparently, well, maybe I'm misremembering, but I think they got rid of in the Pixel remaster. Ah, it's this guy. Take this. Oh yeah, come at me, little bro, come at me. Oh. Take that. Yeah. True, Koi? You know, actually, that's another thing I was thinking about. Is like the other Yakuza 4, they got, well, I don't know where everyone got their codes from, but they all got codes for Kiwami 3. Of course, as per usual, they didn't even offer one to me. But they got it from Hello Guillotine, who I've spoken before. I don't work with Australians because they're pricks. But none of them got, like, paid or anything. They weren't even offered to be paid. Compared to, like, Ray, who got paid. I genuinely don't know if he ever brought up any of the bad shit that they've been doing since he's been streaming the games. I think he's kind of oblivious. He's just kind of like, oh, karaoke, and then claps his hands like the monkey. Sorry to make fun of you, Ray, but it is true. And then obviously fucking Rad Brad AI generated shit. Lots of people got like paid sponsorships and whatever. What? Oh. FF3. I thought you said Final Fantasy 13, like FF13. I was like, it's already out. But yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I would have gotten in trouble, but if they were like, hey, we'll pay you however many dollars to promote Kiwami 3. What? We'll see a mysterious ninja. I don't know if I would have gotten in trouble, like if they could have potentially like fucking sued me or some shit like that, but it would have been hilarious to take all the money and then just shit on Kiwami 3 anyway. Been like, thanks for the money, pricks. Flip them off. I put up the fingers as if you guys could see me. God damn it, I always do that. Such a fool. 10 months, 3 times. Oh, based? Yeah, 30 months, jeez. Doing this shit for a while. I wish I could do more members content shit, but fucking Puppet 1 works me like a slave. And that's where all my free time goes. Anything here? I feel like there should be something here, whatever. Yeah, Max Dude got sponsored as well. I remember his post, everyone was just like, bruh, so upset. I do remember, though, when I was like trimming through his stream just to see what it was like, because I thought it was funny. It was hilarious how he was just like, oh, look at this, I can do a heat action. Wow. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, thanks to Sega and RGG for sponsoring the stream. And then he loads up 7 Rebirth and he's like, fucking 7 Rebirth, yeah! And then he probably got 1,000 copyright claims because Square Enix is stupid. Yeah, probably blacklist me from like every fucking company. True. Would be funny though. I got a code for Final Fantasy Tactics. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is sick. Final Fantasy, this is awesome, hell yeah. And then it was like only for Europe. And I was like, oh. Because apparently because I got like a Switch code, and apparently the Switch codes are region locked, even though the games aren't. Like how my Pokemon Violet copy is Japanese, and same with my Donkey Kong Bonanza copy. Wait, is this a Crucible? What? Oh, it's in there. Or it's screaming at me. If you fight me in Tekken. True, Geb? Real? Based? I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head. Take this. Cool. Alright. Come at me, coward. Come at me, coward. Bang! Hoo-yah! Hoo-cha! Oh yeah, I'm gaming. I'm gaming. And then I'll accidentally throw that down and have him walk into it. Ah, you fool! Bang! This is also, I don't know if it's coming across on the stream. This is such a cool game. Like, I have to go in this. This is one of the. This is like a Breath of the Wild situation, I feel, and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's like, okay, player, go in this direction, and then I just go in the fucking complete wrong direction, and I'm okay with that. I hear Kodama. Anyway, look at the chat. Based Cyberdash, so you're saying you're going to play the Final Fantasy games? I will say, something you can actually pretty safely do with the Final Fantasy games, considering they're so long, and they do go on sale like fairly regularly, is stuff like 7, 8, and 9, and then 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Gameplay, very, very similar. 7, 8, and 9 are a little more different between each other, but you can just pick up like one of those games, and then if you like it, then you can go get the other two. So it's pretty easy to get into the Final Fantasy series, to be honest. Just pick any random game, and then if you like that one, then there's 2 guaranteed games you'll also like. And then if you don't like it, go try one of the other ones. If you don't like turn-based structure of 1, 2, and 3, try out the ATB gauge. You don't like that, go play Final Fantasy 12. It's really cool. Maybe you do like turn-based games, but you want a structure similar to, I don't know what other games do it. I mean, I think Expedition 33 from memory had a same turn-based structure as 10, but 10's got a cool structure to it. It's gameplay. It's cool. Yeah, the Tesso move. Look at this. Oh yeah. I'm Pro ZD. Hey, Ginger Kid. Fuck. Take this. Someone, hey, wait, Heatman talking about competitive Pokemon? Oh, look at that jump. Oh! Competitive Pokemon is actually, like, I've just sort of stuffed around with, Pokemon Showdown, random battles. That's pretty much the extent of my competitiveness. And then also, the fuck, what? Yeah, then also, I've made some, like, competitive viable Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, because it's easy, and also for Terror Raids. This is for all the Pokemon fans in here. But, learning competitive Pokemon, and, like, figuring out, like, how EVs and IVs work, and certain moves, and random things, like certain interactions and all that sort of stuff, which you only really can know if you do go stuff around in something like Pokemon Showdown. It makes the actual game so much more fun. And I like the meme of like, you know, toxic competitive people, and then people just trying to have fun, and they're like bullying the people just trying to have fun. And then in the Pokemon series, it's the opposite, because it is. Because when someone's like, oh, well, I want Jumpluff on my team, and then you say Jumpluff is literally like the worst thing imaginable. And they're like, no, well, I just want to play the game how I want to play it. And it's like, you will literally have more fun if you take Jumpluff off your team. It's that bad. Bang, bang, bang. Take that. I hate these dudes. They've got so much health. Get poisoned, idiot. And then get set on fire. Bang. Also, same as Stranger of Paradise, man, I hate the Dark Souls camera. I hate when they, like, fall down beneath you, how the camera just shits its pants and stares at the floor. Or when there's a big enemy, like, I was watching one of my mates play, I think it was Elden Ring, the other day. And he was fighting, like, a big dragon boss thing. And it targeted its head, and its head whipped up to do an attack, and so the camera just does this, and he couldn't see anything anymore. I hate that shit. Anyway. Oh, Ty Bell. Going to Japan. Mate. Let me think. I mean, Yokohama, regardless of its Like a Dragon representation, Yokohama, you can catch a train from Tokyo to there. It's such a nice place. I think it's a great place to go to after you've been to a few places in Japan, because I don't know if I feel like Weeaboos will tell me I'm completely wrong, but it's a very Western feeling place. So it's a cool and interesting contrast if you're from a Western country after looking at, like, you know, Tokyo or whatever. Man, it's a flan from Stranger of Paradise. Just like a flan, they're resistant to physical and weak to magic. Anyway. Yeah, it's a great place to visit after you've done some shit. Let's have a look. Other people saying, go to prison for 30 years. Wait, hang on. Your base for thinking 16 is better than 7? If you're talking about the original 7, definitely. If you're talking about 7 Remake, I also agree, to be honest. But 7 Remake is one of my favourite games of all time. However, 7 Rebirth is just minigames, and that pissed me off. Chichibu is very good. But of course, 16 is my favourite game of all time. Chichibu is like a little country town sort of thing. It's a cactuar from Stranger of Paradise. Fuck, that completely missed. Oh shit. And Tarbell, I'm fighting a cactuar from Stranger of Paradise right now. Bang. What else are people saying? Dragon Dance sweepers that aren't dragon types. That's pretty funny, Ember. Yeah, Kabukicho. Oh, dude, yeah. When you're in Osaka, Dotonbori for dinner, they've got some great places there. Unfortunately, the place, when I went there, we got some Korean fried chicken. Have I already? Yes, I have. We got some Korean fried chicken. Unfortunately, that place was really good, but they're shut down. So I can't recommend it anymore. I wish HD didn't remove Titus's Meladin. Geb, fucking, man, I remember all the sucking and bitching Scott did about 10's HD remaster, and I always just say to him, like, at least they fucking let you play it. Could be like some game companies, like Pokemon, for example, just being like, yeah, this old game that everyone says is the best of all time, yeah, you're not allowed to play it in the modern day. Anyway. Look. And wait. Delay in what sense, Hezza, by the way? What's the delay? As in, like, is there an audio delay or anything, or is it just you guys type a message in chat and then like 15 minutes later it shows up in the thing on the side? Let me know. Boo Fiaso, probably. I get copyright claims all the time on my streams. Also, the last one could it potentially just be audio problems that happen because of my internet shitting its pants and the stream dying every 2 seconds. Such little tweakers. Amber, you got both titles wrong. Stranger Than Paradise, Stranger in Heaven. Dude, Cyberdash, that's also another thing. When I was talking before about how the other Yakuza content creator lads have been discussing Kiwami 3, it is really just like, oh, look at this, they did this, this is pretty cool. Oh, look, you can customize your phone. Oh, that's a neat little feature. And then also your phone gives you cancer. And it's like, okay. Talking about Smash Ultimate, Goro Majim's wife. It is a bit unfortunate. They really need to make a new Smash game as well, so that way content creators can stop doing the same idea over and over again. Oh! Akko totally likes. Thank you for joining the channel. Absolute beast. Heza, it's also because I'm not really reading the chat much, because every time like I fight, I am going to the top of where it is on my chat thing. When are we getting Smash Ultimate stream? Could do that actually. Who's this woman? He's sexually like the joke. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. Look, having a look. Yeah, the phone customization replacing gear is like, it's a clever novelty idea, but in terms of its actual practicality, I think it's pretty bad, because they clearly realize that their gear half the time just cooks the stats, and so instead of making it better, they just removed it. And it's like, come on, bro. It's a bit like the Mortal Wounds mechanic. They just removed it. They could have made it better, but at least that one's an annoying mechanic. Anyway. Yeah, Cyberdash, that could be cool, similar to what I've done with Tekken, but the problem is that pretty much it'd just be like Tybell and Heza would be the only people I could play against where it isn't unbearably laggy. Actually, I'm gonna probably get some good gear now. And what's this guy's username? King Sargon. Nice. Here we go, I'm going to Stranger of Paradise this. Let's just hit C or above. Bang. Wait, did it change my weapons? And then B or above. Did change my weapons. You son of a bitch. Oh well. Still the same weapon type, I'll keep it. Level them up. Anyway. Hey, this is exaggerated. They did fuck up the lighting in Kiwami 3 though for a lot of the cutscenes for some reason. And as I say, how do they go from Garden to, you know, like, I saw the Minnow taking him up to the roof scene, and that just straight up doesn't have lighting. Just an unlit cutscene. Why? Wait. Nintendo Online does suck balls. Oh, dude. Cock is koi? Dude, the Tekken localization is always heinously bad. Literally the only language that's ever accurately translated is English, because it's just what they're saying. But it's like, Jin will say something like, in Japanese obviously, let's go. And then the subtitles will say, I'm prepared to fight you to save the world. It's like, he didn't say that. They do that all the time. Or, there's stuff like Kazuya, I forget what he says. But there's one line he says, and they subtitled it as, like, pitiful or something. But then other times that he says the exact same lines, it's subtitled as, like, you know, you're pathetic, or, you know, you suck. And they also, like, they just change shit like that all the time. I hate it. I've had subtitles off for the longest time in Tekken 8, and it's been great, because I don't get mad when they say something they didn't at all say. Hello, Mahindu. Nioh 3 is how it's going. And Nioh 3 is going well. Hoo-hoo. Gangster game. Fuck. Only children believe in dragons. Yeah, that's literally Tekken subtitles in a nutshell. Also, that still confuses the shit out of me because, like, the Yakuza 5 remastered script didn't change much from the original, as opposed to 3 and 4, where it was completely different. But in the original, I'm pretty sure he says, like, let's go. Because he says, ikimasu. And then in the remaster, they're like, only children believe in dragons. And it's like, why the fuck did they think to put that line in there? Oh my god, Ghost of Tsushima. Swing at me, bitch. Oh, never mind. Easy. Oh. They needed the Warriors of Light. Oh, bruh. Hopefully they fix the aliasing on the Xenoblade X thing. I'm looking again. Who do I main in Smash Bros? Dr. Mario. The reason why I main Dr. Mario is so that way if I lose, it's because my character is bad, and then if I win, it's because my opponent is bad. So it's never because I'm bad. There you go. I'm not going to do that OVA. Bow to me, yeah. Yeah, the subtitles are taking are just garbage. It's also, it'll be like, you know, some of the like Latin languages, or, you know, Latin-based languages like Italian or whatever. Claudio will say something where he clearly just says the phrase like, you know, I will banish the darkness or something like that. And then the subtitles just say like, oh foul demon, I shall destroy you and hang your head on a silver platter and then offer it up to the gods, and they'll call me a big dog. It's like, why the fuck did you subtitle it like that? Also, okay, you know what? Watch this. I'm gonna do something cool. Yeah. Extreme heat. Probably a waste doing it here. Bang. This is my cool spirit mode thing, where you look cool as shit, and then I'm back to looking like a loser. Also, yeah, I can't believe Xenoblade 2, Xenoblade X, sorry, is almost a year old. You get something from this? I don't remember. Anyway, Xenoblade X is almost a year old on the Switch, and they've only just now done the Switch 2 version. Like, come on, bro. Take this. I took the Hippocratic Oath, true, Geb. Has Phil Manning a character you know damn well isn't going to be in Smash 6? Well, at least Mario will be. I can sort of play Mario. Fuck! He broke my brake gauge. Jack for Stranger Paradise. Dude, this woman is fucking everyone up. Holy shit. She's the protagonist. Oh, hello, little Kodama. OBA, I'm sorry. Fucking, they could have not cast Kagawa, and I think the game would still be shit. It's a massive disappointment in every single aspect. Ooh, there's a, oh, there's a hot spring out there. Clive Rossfield in Smash 6? Ooh. Now that would be sexy. I'll get Art from Fist of the North Star. See, guys? Fist of the North Star joke. Look at that. Spear of Mercy. I came across one of these graves and it was like Big Ball John or something, and I was like, that's a great name. I wish I could remember what it was, but it was an incredible name. Made me laugh out loud, as they say. I'm dead. Just kidding. Watch out. Oh, never mind. I dodged the attack and then got hit by it anyway. Take a moment. One-third of a switchglaive. Actually, I'm gonna fight one of these dead people. Fight this guy. I am going to fight. Never mind, she's going to fight. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for the longbow, loser. Oh! The fucking blood edge demon? Let's go. I don't have my schlingy mode, as it's officially known. Whoa! Take that! Never mind, it's a weak blood edge demon. Fuck. Fuck! I'm dead. I died. I got cocky because he had like 2 HP left, so I was like just swinging. I should not have done that. Well, this is what happens in a Dark Souls game. You die, and then... See, I don't have my special penis mode anymore, because I have to go to my grave. Wow, just like Dark Souls. Alright, bro. If you could wait for my lady friend to come help me out, that'd be nice. Watch this, I have my own blood edge demon. Take this. Fuck. He's doing shit. He's cooking. He's cooking. Oh, Jesus! My guy's going insane. Bam! Oh my god, this is the fucking coolest game ever. And then I kick him. Whatcha? Oh, shit. Easy gaming. Thank you for killing the other guy that was in here. I'm going to spoil everything that happens in Kiwami 3. So, first of all, you play as Kiryu. Then you fucking play as Joryu. Dude, I got a hilarious comment this morning before I started the stream. Also, someone commented, I had to forget which video, but they said like they're really disappointed that they just abandoned Joryu. They're like, oh, he's only in one game, and then they just like got rid of him to bring back the previous protagonist. I thought that was hilarious. Fuck. Oh shit, I fucked that up terribly. Bang! Oh, never mind. Thought I timed that brilliantly. I did not. Bad at timing today. Whatcha? I'll help you out. Break him. Oh, I just killed him. There you go. Yes, you can fight player ghosts, or you can summon them as helpers. In fact, I can... Hang on. I think it's down on the D-pad. Watch this. I'm going to place this right here next to this person and steal all their fucking money. And now, if anyone comes here, they can summon me. Also completely forgot that I'm Ichiban. Just suddenly remembered. Don't need to play mid to know it's mid. Dude, this is another thing I've been saying that people just don't want to accept. But one thing with the Yakuza games that kind of is annoying, but it's like how if you've played one of them, you've in a way played all of them. So that's why I always suggest play the best version of all of them, which is Lost Judgment. But like, you don't really need to play Kiwami 3 properly to understand like what went wrong or whatever, because trying to focus here. Because it just plays like Pirate Yakuza and Gaiden, which is a bit unfortunate, but it means even more so that just Kiwami 3 is just not worth the fucking effort. Alright, stop screaming. Oh shit! Or dodge my shit. Anyway. Because I don't remember when I said this, but I said at some point that, like, you play Lost Judgment, and then you can just look at the Yakuza 3 cutscenes, and then boom, you've played Kiwami 3. Easy peasy. And then also the intros will be better, and the QuickTime events will look cooler. Intros. Yeah, good one. Not even intros. Who would win in a fight? Pre-Order Man Nioh 3 or Raiden Jack the Ripper Metal Gear Rising? Actually, his full name is Raiden Gear Rising. Oh, get fucking parried. Never mind, he just... Okay, watch this epic counter. Never mind, he's just gonna do an unblockable. Thanks, little bro. Just made an Ichiban noise then. Fuck it. Take this. For a not shit Akiyama Gaiden. Trying to catch up in the chat again. What the fan base thought was the hottest character? I don't know. I ain't got no opinions on attractive men as a very ugly man myself. Probably Akiyama, maybe. Shinada would actually, if you think about it, Shinada would be the most attractive, and Ichiban because of their big, beautiful hearts. But in terms of looks, I don't know. Am I speaking Spanish? Dude, why... Actually, just real quick, speaking of the dynamic intros, why did they not think to do them in Kiwami 3? Because there's only the Dark Ties final boss has one, and Mine. And Mine's is just copied from the original. And if their excuse is like, oh, well, you know, Yakuza 3 didn't have dynamic intros, because Mine was the first fight to do them how we do them now. So, we honoured that by making it the only one in the game. Yeah, you know, Yakuza 2 didn't have any either, and you put like 17 of them in Kiwami 2? But okay. Kiwami 1 also only had one, but it was a, you know, similar thing to Yakuza 2. It didn't have any, so they added one. I don't get it. I'm back at the start. Fuck! That mean... Yep, okay. Sprint back up there. Oh, wait. Or fast travel here. Bang. The budget. Does Richardson 2 have one? I mean, they've got like the... I don't know what to call them, but it's like the title card splashing thing, which is essentially what they did for all the bosses in Kiwami 3. That's also from Yakuza 3, where there'll be like, you know, some little animation. Oh, I've accidentally swapped fighting styles. There'll be some little animation, then it'll splash a title card and whatever. Because I think Kenzan also had that, but then like Yakuza 3 changed it slightly. I don't remember. It's been a while since I made my video looking at all the intros and shit. So yeah. Oh! Fuck! Alright. This is a real player. Never mind, it was a real player. Goodbye. Whatcha! greatest game of all time. Game of the year. Can't look at the chat. Alright, back to the chat. I also think that another thing that they don't do with the intros that is just kind of weird is I really don't know what doing that does. I mean, it gets me some XP, but whatever. The screen shake was removed because I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think of what the intros were like in Gaiden. I don't remember if it had screen shake. I think it did. I know Pirate Yakuza didn't. And then Kiwami 3 also doesn't. But even like the turn-based games, like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, have a tiny bit of screen shake from memory. Like a Dragon definitely does, it's just really hard to see. But yeah, they also remove... I'm Bevan. They also remove cool shit like that for no reason. I don't get RGG, man. Reuse like... I say this all the time as well, they reuse like the entire game every time they make a new game, and then just there's always just like the most random features that are like, nah, we're getting rid of this. Thank you, strong lady. Hello, Monroe Master. I thought it was 697. Where's bro playing his guitar? Whatever it's called, sitar or something. Fuck. You reckon I can sneak up on bro? Never mind. Fuck! Dead. Also, yeah, I was always constantly wondering what they were going to do. I'm kind of glad what they did with Tomoshiro and Kazuma's voice actors, where they just kept their original lines, because both of them have passed away. I actually remember when I discovered that Kazuma's voice actor had passed away. He died in like August of 2020, I think. And I was just looking up one day, like, who he was to see if he was like a famous film actor or something, which I don't know how famous he was, but he was. And then I just see on like the Wikipedia page, died 2020, and I discovered this in like 2021. I'm like, what the fuck? Hello, Tak Raccoon. Also, she just said something to me, and because I'm playing in Japanese, I have no idea what she said. What the hell? Is that a Tanuki? Oh, goodbye. Oh, it's me! It's Ichiban! I don't know what this is. Are they going to fight me, or are we chill like that? Oh, shit! I dare you to swing at me. Or just get hit in the corner. Oh, never mind, I missed. Oh, take that. And stab him. I suck, apparently. There you go. Under gesture, frustration. You do gestures. Yeah. I mean, I can't even think of how you would do it. I know how to put my sword away. Yeah. Anyway. Gaiden did have screen check. I see. Gaiden also had, and I still think it's like the coolest shit ever, the screen like colors and shit that splash on the screen whenever there's like an intro, including just regular title cards for story encounters and shit, so not just boss fights. It was like this black, white, and bluish flame, and it was so cool. It just makes you wonder, how the hell did they do everything with Gaiden in like 10 minutes? Like this. Pick up literally everything ever. And then kill these guys. Okay. I'm gaming right now. Oh. What the hell? He's fucking Virgil? Fuck. I'm literally gaming. I don't know about you guys, but I'm literally gaming. Easy. Alright. Yeah, Kazuma's twin brother thing. I saw someone say recently, wasn't it just because Nagoshi just wanted to bring Kazuma back? So they were just like, yeah, here's his twin brother who's exactly like him in every single way. Hey, at least it... Why they just turned to stone? At least it meant that there was a Kazuma boss fight. Fuck you. Die. Never mind, he takes like 0 damage from anything physical. Easy dodge. Is this the real Kiwami 3? Yes, it is. Man, they should just let Team Ninja make the next Yakuza game, then it'd actually be good. Oh, I'll get rested. Alright, now you, get down here. I don't know how to get up to you. Bro. Come down here, you coward. Or should I chuck my Blood Edge Demon at you? I don't know if that'll do anything. He's got this. He's got this. He's gonna fuck him up. He's missing every attack. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot you. There we go. That works. Oh, that was the Wraith. Can I make this jump? Oh, I could have made that jump. Okay, never mind. I thought it was too steep. There. There's a way to bring back characters. Oh, little Kodama. I still say, big problem with bringing back characters is the fact that there are so many characters they could bring back because they kill everyone. If Like a Dragon 9 comes out and they're like, hey guys, here's like a whole entire new party. There's like 17 new characters you have to learn the names of and whatever. Then, you know, it'll further prove my point that they're just like introduce 1,000 characters per game and then they go, oh fuck it, we don't know what to do with all these characters now. Can I get to the hot spring? Hui. What the hell? It's the demon door from Final Fantasy. What are you? What do you do? Oh my god, it is the demon door from Final Fantasy. What the fuck, I was joking. Get poisoned, idiot. I don't know if these actually do poison, not gonna lie. I'm stuck. You weak to fire, perhaps? Nope. I'm gonna hit you in your presumable weak spot. Or I'll just miss. Kill him anyway. Goodbye, demon door from Final Fantasy. Joji is a cool boss fight in terms of story, but I don't like that he has permanent super armor in the original 3. Pissed me off. Oh, it's Ichiban having a bath.
Eh? Nani wo? Yuami? いいですけど。急いでくださいね。
Bro, come on. It's Ichiban. You've seen him shirtless plenty of times. Also, look at the... I forgot. I got the back tattoo. Hang on. Let me zoom in. This is the best I could get. That's not it. What the hell am I zooming in on? There we go. What do you guys think? It's Ichiban. How crazy. He's moaning in my ear. Oh my god, what is this episode? Arden? Haha, someone will get that joke. Alright. Yeah, the Ichiban. Also, I'll put this in the description, but man, how quick they were to abandon poor old Ichiban and just reduce him to DLC. Okay, now we'll go up ahead. Okay, this is epic sauce. He's literally number 1. Oh, another Blood Edge demon. I don't have my own Blood Edge demon to fight you with. Oh shit, Jesus! You know what? You know what I do have? I'm activating Beast Mode. You are powerless to my super armor. You fool! Whatcha? This is such a good game. It's like the challenge of Dark Souls, but not the bullshit of Dark Souls, so I'm having fun. Hey, little bro, I need you to chill out with that guitar. Ed Sheeran. Take that. Anyway. I'm back. What did I miss? You missed the Ichiban tattoo, which I have on my back. I could probably do this actually. There you go. Look at that. It's Ichiban. And now I'm just gonna do this. Whoa, he's got a hat. He's got a do-rag. What is he, Takio Kuroda? Do I have... Oh, I do have better weapons for the... Oh my fuck it. Oh. Greatest game of all time. Auto equip and shit for me, just like Stranger of Paradise, because I can't be bothered sorting through my gear. Which, if anyone is interested in playing Stranger of Paradise, just hit optimize equipment every single time, and then equip the weapons yourself, because you get too much gear and none of it really matters. But it's fine. It's more of an action game than it is, you know, make your builds and whatever. Because it's Nioh. And now here's Oni Bubba. Take that. Alright, she's gonna fuck that guy up, like she always does. Yeah, you think you're cool. Watch this. Oh! And I'm gaming. Hang on, guys, I'm gaming. Just 1 second. I'm gaming. Ready? Watch this. Bang! Bang! I unlocked a cool attack where you hold heavy attack. You do that. And you do this, and then you go. Anyway. Flash Jesus. Oh, it is actually Flash Jesus. Skylanders Swap Force. Actually, it's quite funny how in a lot of game franchises, if you think about it, there's a lot of 3s that are either like the best or the worst. I think like Halo 3. So it's after replaying all of them again recently, like 16 times, which I've already played them like 183 times. I've played all the Halo games a billion times. I'm addicted. Except for Halo 5, I played once because it was shit. but Halo 3 is amazing. And then you get Dead Space 3, killed the franchise. Nioh 3 so far is pretty amazing. I don't know how it compares to the other two though. Titanfall 3. Oh, fuck. Gen 3 is pretty widely regarded as like really good as well. But of course, it ended up getting significantly more games. If you want a Kenzan Kiwami, but now you're worried RGG is going to destroy it. Nice Kingdom Hearts 1 profile picture. I can recognize that box art anyway. Kingdom Hearts 3 is pretty good. In all honesty, I think, I don't know if this will be a controversial opinion, but I still think Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is the best Kingdom Hearts game. Specifically Final Mix. Kingdom Hearts 3 Final Mix though? Those bosses. Oh. Sexiest thing ever. Should have been in the base game. But that's alright. I'll get this, whatever. Intellect, boom. Nice. Ninja Gaiden 3 killed Ninja Gaiden effectively. What's the... Hang on. Which one's the newest one? Is it 4? Ninja Gaiden 4 is the newest one? Whoa, chill out. And let's... Nameless. Corporal Savagery. Bad Apple. Whatever that is. Felix. Let's get... I'm looking at their gear. Let's get... I think that's like Or or something. Because I think that's like Osaka. I don't know. I'm bad with kanji. Whatcha? Metal Gear Solid 3, yeah, true. That's pretty good. Although Metal Gear Solid 2 is... I feel like people often consider it equally as good. Terraria 3, yes. Ninja Gaiden 4 is the newest, yeah. Oh, based. Yes, the meta. 7 Remake, I think, is one of the best Final Fantasy games. Hopefully, because you're going on PS Plus, hopefully you can get the like integrated bonus thing if you have a PS5. Because the content it adds is very good, and then also it runs better and shit. Okay, so I have no idea how I'm gonna fight this guy. Let's study his attacks before we go in. Fucking Jesus. Actually, speaking of integrated, that's something hilarious that happened with 7 Remake integrated. Was one of the abilities in the base game called shit, what was it actually called? It's like Breaker or Buster or something like that. I forget. Braver. That's it. It was Braver. You just like jump in the air and slay him down. And in the original version of 7 Remake, Braver was very, very bad. And then Integrate gave it a buff, and it became like the best ability in the game. But deservedly so, because it's supposed to be like an essential, quick, little, reliable move that's useful for dealing damage after you stagger an enemy before they get unstaggered, that sort of shit. And it didn't do that at all. Take this, loser. After I break him, I'm going to activate Sicko mode. Oh shit, that's unblockable! I'm dead. I survived. Potion. Oh, you bastard. Alright, here we go. Time to game. Achoo! Activating beast mode. Oh my god. Parrying left and right like a gangster. Oh. Get away from me. Someone interrupted him. Oh, it's too easy. Literally the easiest game I've ever played in my entire life. And I've played Lost Judgment. Bang. Yes, Ichiban in the thumbnail for views. Still find it so funny how RGG literally stole my joke. Because whenever I would like stream something that wasn't Yakuza, I would put Ichiban in the thumbnail for views. And then they're like, oh, you know what? Let's make the game sell better. Ichiban in the pre-order DLC for buys.
いい気に背き打たれた求心の怨念今となっては成仏を祈るのみです改めて感謝します私だけでは手に負えぬ相手でした
Okay, do you mean Final Fantasy
こ
2?
ちらを差し上げましょう私
Or
は浜
another
松城に戻ります
Garamajima's wife. 16 stuff that I own. I don't think I have anything. Oh no, I have the like full soundtrack. I got that when I was in Japan. It's like the ultimate soundtrack that has all the songs that the official soundtrack doesn't include for some reason. I don't know why. Square Enix moment, I guess. Then I just have like steelbooks and stuff. I don't actually have any 16 match, mostly because it's like only in Japan or extremely expensive. Like I wanted to get that Ifrit and Phoenix statue. That would have been so fucking cool, but it was like in Australia you could only get it at EB Games if you were like a super duper giga omega member. Like if you've dedicated your entire life to EB Games for the past like 17 years. I did not. Metal Gear Solid 2, I see. Metal Gear Solid 2 is also a prediction of the future, apparently. Are you unlocked in our door? No. I'm going to try and go this way to the enemy base. If anyone's seen the Donkey video, they're like, an enemy base is a base where there are enemies. And he's not exaggerating. Alright. Is it this way? No, it's this way where the door is closed. Okay, I don't know if I can do anything around here. Maybe, surely I'm missing something. Can I go south that way? I don't think I could. Maybe I can. I don't know. Let's investigate. Anyway. Had to refund because it was, yeah. I don't know. Like what the performance is like on consoles and stuff, but hopefully you have like an Xbox or a PlayStation or something you can play this on. And it's extremely unfortunate because if, you know, if the thought crosses your mind of, oh man, I really want to be able to play these sorts of games and not have to rely on low settings or low frame rates or something like that, I'm gonna upgrade my PC. No, you're not. Unless you want to spend $6,000 on one stick of RAM. So stupid. I don't remember how much my RAM that I have in my computer currently costs me. I actually have 96 gigabytes of RAM, fun fact. Little overkill, but it's hilarious. And it also was like a really good deal. But now, if you were to get the exact same sticks as I, it would cost literally like 10 times the amount. Like I paid like a couple $100 for this RAM. A few hundred, however much. And now you have to pay a few thousand. Stupid. Stupid AI. Brad. Alright. Now let's go this way and then check south. I really wish the minimap would actually show the map. Instead of it just being a radar, basically. Now I'm ignoring these losers. Okay, can I go this way? Oh, but perhaps I can. Perhaps I can. Oh, Goromachi's wife. The book comes out around my birthday, so I'm going to say it's a birthday present for myself. I'm definitely getting that book. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. I fell for the trap. I'll just kill you. Take that. I did. So there's like a store, sort of localish to me, where they just import a bunch of Japanese figurines and collectible things. I don't know if I can be fucked if I knew Kappa. I went into one of them once and I saw that they had like those stupid acrylic stands. Yeah, the game does force you to check the map. Yeah, because I have to, if I'm like, oh, do I go this way or whatever, I have to do that. Anyway, I have a 5080 Shark Zoo, which I also got when it first came out, and it was stupidly expensive, but it was like, you know, oh, this will last me a long time. Good thing I did that, because now a 5080 is like $20,000 billion. Anyway. I saw those acrylic standees, and it was Joshua and Clive, and I was so tempted. I was like, oh, even though it's one of these like cringe things, you know, it's Joshua and Clive. And then the store was charging like $50 each, and I went, never mind. Those things are worth like $10 maybe. It's just a piece of plastic with a PNG of a character on it. But Japan loves them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they take up less space and you can still have like a little collectible thing of one of your favorite characters and whatever. But I could probably make that myself. I could just go to my printer, print out a picture, and then sticky tape it to my wall. It's a dog! No, Mummy, I don't want to kill you. I'm sorry, Mummy. Anyway, we also have 5080, very nice. I remember actually, it was very funny. I placed an order as soon as the 5080s dropped. Well, the 50 series. And to those who don't know, the 50 series graphics cards from Nvidia, they released about 2 of them in the entire planet. So if you were, you know, the one person that bought 2 of those GPUs to put in your Bitcoin miners and your AI generation bullshit thing and then scam people, you know, congrats. But I placed an order at whatever website, I don't remember what it was, and they took my money and they said, hell yes. They pat me on the back, they said, my goat, you're getting yourself an Nvidia 5080 graphics card. And I was like, yes! What a massive upgrade. This would be great, in particular for streaming. And recording and all that sort of shit, because then it means that I can run things at higher settings and still record them, you know? Awesome! Looking forward to it. Some time passes. No updates on shipping or anything like that. No updates on like, hey, we hope you enjoyed buying shit from our website. And it took a while, and long story short, I realized they took my money, but they didn't have stock. And it was because of an error, because they clearly ran out of stock whilst I was placing the order. And instead of going, hey, sorry about that, brother, do you want your money back? We'll give you a refund, and then you can use that money to go buy another 58 or something, which you won't be able to, because, again, there was only 2 of them. They didn't do any of that. And then after some time, I contacted them, and I was like, hey, guys, what's going on? And they said, oh, yeah, sorry, it was an error. We actually ran out of stock when you placed the order, so we don't actually have any stock, and we won't get them until the unknown future. And I said, okay, well, can I have my money back then? And they were basically like, no. And I went, are you fucking serious? And I pretty much just said, I'll, you know, bomb your house and murder all your children. And then they said, okay, whatever, fine. Give you a refund. Then there was another company, who they had a shop. It's like a franchise. They had a shop in Melbourne, which is all the way down south of the main continent of Australia. It's not the little island bit, that's Tasmania, where all the families are siblings. Get roasted, Tasmania. Anyway. They had a very specific 5080 in stock, and I was like, yo, can I buy it? And they said, no, you actually have to buy it in store. And I don't live in Melbourne, and I wasn't planning a trip to there anytime soon. And if I wanted to like drive there or something, it'd take like 6 days. And if I wanted to fly there, it would take $6 billion of my dollars. So I said, fuck, whatever. And they said, yeah, and look, these 5080s, like, they're in pretty high demand. So this one that we have in stock, it's going to go flying out the window. Like, there's not even a point of you trying to get us to deliver it to you, loser. You peasant, not from Victoria. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then like a week, or maybe 2 weeks passed or something, and they still had that one. Tasmania mentioned sunburn in 19-degree weather. Yeah, that's Australian moment. Anyway, yeah, it was still in stock, and still they weren't accepting like online orders. It had to be in store, and I thought, how has no one bought it? And I called them up one day, and I said, is that card still available? And like, there was some... He sounded like he was like 40-year-old dude or something. He goes, oh, yeah, I'll put you on hold and I'll go check the back. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Oh, sorry, bro. It's gone. Wait a while. Stand outside my gym. Just mind my own business. Picks up the phone again and he says, yeah, it's still here. Would you be willing to come in and pick it up today? And I was like, thinking in my head, there's no fucking way. I can't believe it. It's still there. And I said, oh. I went, oh, I'm out of town at the moment, just on a business trip. Not at all. I don't fucking live there. I do have a family member that lives down there though. And I said, yeah, would it be alright if I gave them family member's name and whatever, and I said, oh, and I'll probably give you my number because he won't really understand it. He'll come in and pick it up for me if that's all right. And they said, yeah, we'll put it to the side just for you. And then the next day, they went down, picked it up, and he shipped it back to me, and I paid it back for it. And there you go, that's how I got my 5080. All thanks to this one shop just having one single graphics card that apparently they couldn't sell. Oh yeah. Also, got to remind his wife, because I just quickly saw you say it there. Speaking of Final Fantasy 16 merchandise and stuff, I really hate how a lot of the Square Enix figurines that they do will be the play arts, I think is what they're called, where you can like adjust the arms and stuff and make them do poses and shit, because those are normally lower quality than their like proper figurines. And so I always see like a Cloud one from 7 Remake, and I'm like, oh, this looks so cool. And then I see his elbow has a bunch of joints, and I go, oh. What were we talking about? We're talking about gaming. Gaming harder than last time. Oh, and even, man, that Japanese import store, for the longest time, they also had a Garland figure from Stranger of Paradise specifically, and I was like, oh my god, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. It was there for like 2 years. No one ever bought it because it was like $600, and it was one of those fig arts ones where you can like adjust the pose. And I thought, man, if it was cheaper, I'd get it. It's fucking Garland from Stranger of Paradise, as in like armored Garland. And one day I went in there and it was gone, and never to be seen ever again. And I was like, man, I would have liked that, but then also it was a fig arts thing, so I thought, yeah. Like true gamers. There was a Noctis that came with the 15 Collector's Edition. Man, you know one of the best things about living in Australia is when, I mean, fortunately it's a bit better these days, but for such a long time it'd be like, hey, if you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 1, obviously they didn't know it was going to be called Black Ops 1 back then, you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and you don't pay anything extra, you just pre-order the game, we'll throw in the cure to cancer. And then meanwhile in Australia, if you pay an extra $600 for the special Ultimate Edition of the game, exclusive to JB Hi-Fi or something, you get the game plus an art book. Oh, okay, well, is it like a big art book? No, it's like 4 pages. Okay. Ooh! That's what they do. It's like a... Oh, Xenoblade Definitive Edition, for example, had like it had a collector's edition thing that came with a soundtrack and like there was also a keyring you could get with it and stuff, and Australia wasn't offered any of that until people complained. And then they eventually gave us whatever the UK got. Australia got that as well. That guy's just dead. Is this like an alternate path where you can like sneak up on the bad guys or something? Yeah. Garlic from Stranger Than Paradise, yeah. Pixie Torres, I was saying this at the start of the stream, that the others were thinking of doing a podcast for Kiwami 3. And I was saying that because I literally just haven't played it at all. I just feel like I wouldn't be able to contribute much. So, I don't know. Maybe I will, because they're also going to talk about Dark Tides, which I did do a stream of. Oh, I gotta stretch! Oh, Jesus! Ugh. Also, I just saw Takraccoon. Did you bomb their house, though? I did. I don't know what the arts proficiency... Oh, no, that's like the ninja shit, I think. Yeah, ninjutsu power at the bottom. I'll get this again. Bang. Oh, wait. Oh, I can level up multiple times. Oh my god, I got so much XP. Holy shit. Let's do this. Looking at where all your... Did you mean to say Aussie homies, Gab, or do you secretly own a bunch of homes in Australia? Keep that for now. That's pretty cool. I'll keep what I have for now, though. There you go. Out of the country, landlord. Actually, I feel like it's pretty easy. If you have, like... If you know people that live in Australia, it's pretty easy to figure out where they live and stuff, because we're pretty much all on the coastal lines of the country. And even when you're, like, not actually on water or something, you'll be... Yeah, I can go up there and unlock that shit. You'll be fairly close. Be like Foster's, fucking close to water. But, something that always annoys me, if ever I ask, like, where an American lives, is they just say the state, and then they say nothing else, and I'm just like, I don't know where the fuck that is. You got, like, 52 of them. At least in Australia, if I say, hey, I'm from Northern Territory. Oh, where's that? North. South Australia, where's that? Oh, it's south. It's pretty easy. But yeah, like, I remember I was like 20 when I discovered that California and Los Angeles... Wait, are they the same, or no, they're different, right? Is California the state? I don't know. You got way too many. I know Texas. I also learnt the other day, I thought that there was a state south of Texas. Turns out the state south of Texas is Mexico. Which would explain why there's so much Mexican culture in Texas. Because, you know, American settlers probably very violently kicked them out, but I don't know much of American history in that respect. Death calls exist in the middle of Australia? Yes, indeed. They're called... fucking kangaroos. Which way do I go? I'm gonna go this way. LA is a city... Well, there you go. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. City in California. I never knew that. I thought Los Angeles... Unless I'm being fucking tricked. I don't know. I know nothing about it. It's not to bash on all the Americans here right now, but Americans have this thing where they just kind of assume that their assumed knowledge is the same for everyone. So, like, if there are some things that I say that I don't realize are an Australian exclusive, of course. But, like, there are many things where I know it's an Australian exclusive, and I go, oh yeah, Hungry Jack's, which is our Burger King. And then meanwhile, you get an American that knows that Hungry Jack's is Australian Burger King, and then they say Burger King, and then it's like, huh? That sort of stuff happens a lot. And it's confusing because, unlike Australia, because mainland America, fun fact, is basically the same size as Australia. I think it's a little smaller in terms of its actual, like, square area, whatever. But, unlike America, most of the center of our country is unoccupied, as opposed to America, where every part of the country will have something. Noni! Yeah, Roger Jr. been announced for Tekken 8. It's very funny. Yeah. Roger Jr. is toxic as shit. At least in the other Tekken games. Who knows if he'll continue to be in Tekken 8. Roger Jr. is also hilarious because it's the name of the Joey, but it's the mum that does the fighting. And her name's not Roger. It's the dad's name. And the dad, I think, is only in Tekken Tag 2 in a cutscene, and that's it. Nani? Have you really never had a Hungry Jack's Tybell? Honestly, it's pretty good. My nearest Hungry Jack's is kind of annoying to get to though, so I never really go to it. But yeah, it's pretty good for what it is, admittedly. I think it's better than Macca's, to be honest. But I live closer to a Macca's, so if ever I'm like, I'm gonna be a fat shit to get something lazy, I'll do that. Although, these days, there's actually a local Thai place that is the best Thai place in the entire world, and I would say what it is, but then I'd dox myself. So just pretend as if I said what it is. And if ever I don't have shit to make at home, I go there. And now it's gotten to the point where I can just say to the lady that works there, the usual, please. And she knows exactly what I want. And then she constantly tells me to buy the business because I ask her how she makes her fried rice, and she says, you'll have to buy the shop from me and then I'll teach you. And I'm like, bro. Oh. Introvert who's terrified of flying. Just walk there. Just walk to Japan. Get shit on. No, we don't have Jollibee. Wait. There's a place in New Caledonia that's something B. I forget what it is. And they do like subs, like Subway, but they're burgers. There you go. New Caledonia, by the way, is like a French colony country east of Australia. I went there many, many years ago as a kid. Pretty nice place. I don't know what it's like these days, but there was a lot of poverty, unfortunately. So there's many undeveloped areas, but it's nice. People are nice. People are nice if you tell them you're Australian and not British, and if they think you're British, they'll kick you in the head. Not literally, but they don't like the British over there. Also, over here, I just saw you put Metal Gear Solid 5 above a couple of the other Metal Gear Solid games. That's the only one well, I mean, I've played Metal Gear Rising. I have played like 1, 2, 3, Peace Walker. I've played those, but not for much. But Metal Gear Solid 5, got the platinum twice. Based game, not gonna lie. Only people I ever see hate it are Metal Gear fans. Anyway. What is Jollibee though, Geb? Because that's another thing. In America, is you guys have so many restaurant chains that it's like impossible to keep track of. Because of course we have a bunch of our own chains as well. Like we've got this place called Grilled. They do burgers. And some people will say they're shit, and then other people will be smart and understand that they're goated, and if Tybell disagrees with me, he's cringe. But yeah, Grilled is great. But like, anytime I hear like an American talking about like, oh, the other night for dinner I went to, you know, place I've never heard of, and I think, oh, must be a local place. And they're like, oh yeah, I used to go there all the time in completely separate state. And I'm like, the fuck? I've never heard of this. Like White Castle, for example, I thought was just that place from that movie. I did not realize it was a restaurant. Nando's. Yeah, well that's from England, I believe, Nando's. Nando's very good. I went there not too long ago with my family for dinner, and the serving sizes these days are terrible, which was unfortunate. And then also, my brother and I got the same, like, chicken wrap thing, and then he got fucking tomato in his, and I didn't get tomato in mine, and I was like, bro, I've been done dirty. And also, yes, tomato, not tomato. Take this. Yeah, Oscar Piastri burger, or however you pronounce it. It looks so weird. It's got a black bun. I want to get up to that Oni guy. Kick his ass. Bang. Well, I went through in 2 hours, it doesn't feel like it. Once again, I'm just gonna... I hear a scampus on the other side. I'm just gonna remind everyone that this is just fucking... This is such a fun game, holy shit. Whatcha? WBS Filipino fast food. Yeah, no. I think there's some Filipino restaurant chain in Australia. I can't think of what it is though. I swear there is one though. Yeah, we have a lot of people from the Philippines, but we don't have Jollibee. In fact, maybe I'm wrong, but just based on my experience in life, anyone with like a, you know, not white skin that's like slightly brown or something like that, pretty much 100% straight from the Philippines, or their parents are Filipino. So many of them in Australia. All such lovely people though. What's off to the left? Is there anything? Australian restaurant servers suck ass. Servers as in like waiters and waitresses, or like internet servers? Actually, I've always had a theory that I'm constantly being proven right on anytime I go to a restaurant, but if you go to a restaurant and the service is really bad, there's a very high chance that the food will be really good. And then it's the same for the other way around. If you go there and the service is really good, the food is probably shit. Of course, you can get exceptions, like my local Thai place. Okay, Scampus, you're all the way down there. I'm going to kill myself if I get to you. Oh, I see him. Actually, I'm assuming there's fall damage. I'm not going to test it. Actually, you know what? This dead body here proves that there is fall damage. He probably fell down here and then his dead body's put here. Waiters. Yeah, no, I don't think that Australian waiters are bad or anything. I feel like for the most part, whenever I go somewhere, I have good experience with service stuff. Granted, I'm not an asshole to them. You know, like my fucking granddad, for example. He'll go to a restaurant and ask for cheese or something like that, and then they give him cheese, and he's like, "Why the fuck is there cheese on this shit?" I'm like, dude, you literally asked for it. And then he'll abuse the poor 14-year-old that's working there part-time in between class. You bitch. No, he stood still. I gotcha. I love these little things as well. Look at them. Oh, beautiful. You have the same theory? Good to know. I'm right there. There was this Italian restaurant that used to be near me. Literally the single most dog shit service I've ever experienced in my life. It was run by this old woman who would like do most of the cooking, and her, I assume, daughter. And then I don't know if that daughter had any other kids that would work there or anything like that. But the daughter was normally the one going around taking orders and stuff, and like you go up to the counter and you just spoke to her whenever you wanted to pay. She was the just biggest fucking asshole in the entire known universe. Like, just such a rotten, just miserable sack of shit. The food, however, is some of the best Italian food I've ever had. Okay, I've been here before. Going to go try and get you, Scampus. But yeah, then the reason why they shut down, in my theorization, whatever, is, again, relating to their horrible service. They were open like 1 hour a week. I'm not even joking. Like, they literally would have their hours on the front of their store, and they just would never be accurate, ever. They were only open for lunch on like 2 days, or something like that. And then those 2 days they're open for lunch, they weren't open for dinner. And then, hello, fool, take that. When they would say that they'd be open for dinner, you'd go there and there'd be no tables and shit, and then like maybe you'd see them like setting up like 6 hours late, and you go, hey, are you guys open today? And they just look at you and they're like, the fuck do you think? And I'm like, dude, you said you'd open at like 6 and it's like 9 p.m. and you've finally fucking opened the doors. Anyway, that pissed me off. Oh, based. Very based. Chariotable. It's a great game. Look at this. How cool am I? Okay, I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna go chase after you, little scampers. Look at these little cat things. How beautiful. And then you go to pat them, and they, oh! Then you go chase them. You bitch. Bro's jumping up there. Now I have to do some parkour. Bastard. Shit! Bro's cheering. We've received 10 things of sources. Dude, here's something that pisses me off. There's this Mexican restaurant chain in Australia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we just call it GYG. It's like Guzmani Gomez or something like that. I don't know any Spanish whatsoever except for bonjour, of course. It's a funny joke. Let me stab you with my claws. Yes. I swear to Christ, it is actually part of their actual training that whenever you place an order at GYG, they have to ask you at the end of every... Make an offering. I'll donate 85. Bang. At the end of every single like noise that comes out of your mouth, they ask, anything else? They always ask that. And I go there and I'm like trying to make it easy for them by saying my order slowly, and then they go, anything else? And I'm like, dude, I literally haven't even finished the like thing. Like, they have like a whole structure to how you're supposed to order there. And so you get like option 1, which is like, you know, do you want a burrito, do you want tacos, do you want nachos, something like that. Option 2, what's your filling? And then if you get chicken, you have to say mild or spicy. I always say mild because I'm a bitch. And then option 3, do you want a meal? Option 4, do you want any extras like a drink or sides or something like that? That's how you're supposed to order at GYG. And I go there. I always get 3 hard shell tacos, chicken tacos. They're pretty delicious sometimes. Sometimes they're shit. I go there and I'm like, can I get 3 hard shell? And then they go, anything else? And I'm like, dude! Pisses me off. Pisses me off so much. And I'm so tempted every time I go there to just say to them, like, every 3 seconds, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? So can I go up here and then go this way to this? Maybe I can, actually. I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, there you go. Rest in peace, Tarbell. Get your ass to work. Oh shit. You're a cat person and your wife's a dog person? I'm a dog person. And as a kid, I remember thinking that cats were cringe because I was actually allergic to cats. And I thought that they were shit. And then as an adult, I've come to realize that all animals are extremely based. You know, not to sound like number, you know a based animal? Pigeons. They're awesome. I love pigeons. I love watching them. And their tiny little brains trying to figure things out. They're a great bird. And wait, let me do some puzzle solving here. But yeah, fun little fact about me: dogs are literally my favorite thing on the entire planet. Oh my god, I'm puzzle solving. I love dogs more than humans. Be watching some sad ass movie, and a person dies. And everyone's like, oh, it's so sad. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Watch like A Dog's Purpose. A dog appears for 2 seconds and then it dies and I'm fucking in tears. Okay, so I don't know how to get down there. Because I can't go from that way. It's the end of it. How the fuck? Is it from this way? Jump over? Fuck! You getting GYG ads? Wait, they don't have GYG stores in Tasmania? Are you serious? They have them in Japan. On my last day in Japan, on my last trip, we actually went to GYG for lunch because it was like the nearest thing and we needed to get something quick. They ended up taking fucking forever. At least the server, like the guy at the counter, he oh, here we go. Surely this is it. No, never mind. I've been pranked. He spoke pretty fluent English, so that made things quicker. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, your wife is a dog. I see. Very different. What about raccoons? We didn't have them in Australia, I don't think. I mean, if we do, they're likely invasive. But, yeah, they're pretty beautiful. I love their little faces. They're a bit like possums. An animal that I also love. I love seeing stupid little possums make a shitload of noise on my roof because they're cute. Don't think a movie's ever made you cry? You gotta watch Dog's Purpose for 2 seconds. You'll cry every 5 seconds. I'm a ninja. Okay, surely I can like... fucking... no. Can't do anything. Take that, loser. And now I escape. Okay, yeah, I have no idea how to get up there. Am I being stupid? Am I being dumb? You used to have 2 pet birds. What kind of birds were there? Yeah, because this it doesn't open from the side. Get fucked! Just gonna leave. We don't have shit in Tasmania. There's no way you don't have Red Rooster either. Surely not. Yeah, the ending of 16 is pretty sad. I always cry when Torgal howls. Is there anything this way? Understandable, Tarbell. I actually, that's sort of what I've been trying to do. The room that I have my computer in, this is like the best room I can have my computer be in. What the hell's that over there? Oh, I need one of those. But unfortunately, it's always been extremely echoey. And so I've got like soundproof panels here to my right now. Finally got them after ages. Sort of poorly placed because my mum helped me out. We both did a shit job, I won't lie. And then I've also got this... I'm gonna see if it gets picked up on the mic. Yes, you can hear that. I've got this big thing behind me that's on wheels. That's like, it blocks some of the sound. It makes things a lot better. I don't know where I got it. But it's very good. It's like used for university places, usually. Like those sorts of places. Can I go up that way? You know what, I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go that way, and then I'm gonna go north. And then I also, because this room used to be carpeted, and then we got like fake wood panel things. I don't know how to describe it. And it made the room 6 billion times cooler, which also, this is the hottest room in the entire fucking universe. I have a fan, not a very good fan, the ceiling fan, and then also there's air conditioning in this room, but it doesn't do anything. But yeah, I got a rug that I just place underneath my chair. And that alone, that rug, which I'm currently on right now, it's just a small little rug. It's just a little oval shape. It doesn't really do anything, but it stops so many reflections. I actually, because I've been rewatching a lot of my old videos recently, and being depressed at my, you know, seeing my love of the series just be fucking deleted. But some of my videos, there's so much echo, and it's ridiculous. And there was a time when I used some little like program thing that my mate recommended to me to try and reduce the echo, but it ended up kind of making me sound a little bit like this a lot of the time. And it was most notable when I was editing and I was like listening to the audio isolated. But I stopped using that after I like upgraded to my current CPU or something like that. I don't remember, and I had to reinstall all my programs. And I didn't bother redoing that. So there's a period of time, if you look at my videos, it's around like when I did like the retrospectives and stuff, like around like 2023, where everything I say echoes 1 billion times. And it sounds pretty bad. But fortunately now, you guys watching this here now probably won't notice, but when I'm editing, I don't, like, I used to say like, but, something like that, and it'd be like, but, and it'd piss me off. But it doesn't do it now. So there you go, there's a little recommendation, is getting something like a carpet on your floor, and some big thing behind you could also work. Even if it's, I don't know, even if you get like one of those like standing cork boards or some shit, maybe that could work. You don't want to get like a big whiteboard or something like that. That'll make the sound reflections worse. But yeah. You just hear your button mashing? Yeah. Yeah, well, I also, you can probably, like, yeah, you can hear me pressing buttons, especially with it, especially with an Xbox controller. This shit's clicky as hell. But my mic settings in OBS for streaming used to be a lot worse. And I did have, like, NVIDIA control panel, fucking noise suppression shit, but now it's just terrible. It's so bad. It makes me sound like I'm an alien. But then when I had to like get rid of that because it got worse and I couldn't revert to an older version because of my 5080, because it's like based off your GPU or whatever, you can just hear me breathe all the time. That's another thing I noticed. Like after I finish a stream, normally whenever I finish a stream while I'm like making lunch and stuff, I'll go back to parts that I remember were funny and like rewatch them, or certain parts where like I was testing something, so I can just go make sure it was all good. And I just hear myself going like a fat fuck, and then you also hear this the whole time. Room's fully carpeted, that's good. Your room is really small, although that could work in your favour, Tybell, having a small room. Because this room isn't too big, but it's quite open. Like I've got the desk that my computer's on is like a big long desk that has 2 computers set up. It used to be mine and my brother's, but when he moved out, my parents put their computer that they use for like work shit to my left. And so there's just this big massive open space of just nothing where I couldn't put anything, and so it just would echo all the time. But yeah, getting these simple things, even though it's not 100% good, it's not like, you know, I'm not like Greg Chun some shit. It is a lot better. Oh, I'm choking on dicks. Jesus Christ. I just suddenly choked on nothing. Kodama! You see conference calls in a literal closet. I thought of using my wardrobe as a recording setup, and I've got my laptop that I would like. When I was streaming Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, that's in a different room to here, so I had to get a good laptop if I wanted to do stuff like that. Extremely good laptop. I've used it fucking so much, so worth the money. God damn it! Like I've used it for streaming. I've used it for. I went to New Zealand not too long ago. Typed up most of my Fist of the North Star video script there with my laptop, hell yeah. And then I've also used it for more recreational things, like Dungeons and Dragons with my mate. Pass the laptop to him, he puts up his notes and shit on my laptop. Or did a trivia night recently with my brother and some of our friends. Used my laptop to put it on the TV. Mucho handy. Fuck. What's this music goes hard? I'm gonna parry you, watch this. Never mind, you just missed. At the end. Nope. Oh! Big guy. But yeah. I was thinking of doing like recordings in my wardrobe, especially because I'm gonna die. I'm dead. My neighbor across the road, and like to the right, they had, I don't know if they've, knowing them, bunch of just shitty bogan people. They probably murdered the dog, not gonna lie, but they had a dog that was constantly just barking all the time, and it literally sounded like that's all it ever did, was just bark. So I was like, yeah, I can record in my wardrobe. But then conveniently after I got everything necessary to be able to record in my wardrobe, the dogs stopped barking. And I was like, dude. Because for reference, this room that I'm in is like in the front of my house, and then meanwhile my bedroom is in the back of my house, so it's further away. Oh yeah, throw a rock at me, dickhead. Whoosha! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most essential upgrade for the samurai style, to be able to parry. Now, I don't know what this guy's on the right here gonna do. Hand, can I... Never mind, he missed again. Where's crashing out? Oh, Jesus. Locked in. Surely that's it. Yeah, there we go. Easy gaming. Haha, your OBS lags like shit. I don't know if that's your hardware or maybe one of your settings or something, because it's always... Fortunately, I know OBS now like the back of my hand. But I remember, God, it was always so annoying when there'd just be like one specific setting and it's just you have no idea what's wrong with it, or it'd be like an update just breaks something and there's no way to fix it and shit. It's so annoying. It's all the time with these sort of like open source things on GitHub and whatever, and it'll be like, oh hey, I have a problem where every time I launch it, it crashes, and then the solution is just like you're missing one file and that's it. But then every dickhead on the forum is just like, oh, well, only a noob would do that. Kill yourself. Like, that, you're not helpful. But yeah. Shit, Kiryu a monk, nice. I'm a wood elf named Wu Delf, and my reason is because he has an elvish name that the customs officer couldn't be fucked writing down, so he just called him Wood Elf. And I think that's a very funny premise for a character. Yeah. Neighbours that let their dog bark 24/7. I used to have neighbours across the road. Unfortunately, they're gone. That had a little puppy that they just completely neglected, and all it ever did was bark. And they did not care. And then they were also massive assholes, and then they eventually moved out, and I was like, thank God. And they also... Bro. Actually, I still remember when I found this out, I was stunned. But they had a dog. I forget the dog's name. His name was like... Let's just say it was Buster or something. And he was this Rottweiler looking dog. I never got a proper look at him, but he was very cute, and like, I don't know how long afterwards. It was like a couple months after they moved in or something like that. I just pointed out one day, I was like, yeah, I haven't heard Buster bark in such a long time. I guess they must have tamed him. And then after some time, suddenly we started hearing barking again. Sounded like a Rottweiler sort of dog, and we were like, oh, shit yeah, Buster's okay. And then I started going across the road, because they were never home, and started interacting with their dogs. And I was like, getting all friendly with him, and he'd let me pat him all the time, and he was such a sweet, gentle boy. He'd just sit down with a huge smile on his face, tail wagging, and I'd rub his head to just, you know, make sure he doesn't bark all day, because he'd bark because he was lonely. And then, like, a week before they left, my mum heard from them, because they were talking to, like, the people moving in, I think. Their dog, Buster, whatever, ran away. And that was at the period of time that I noted he hadn't barked in a long time. And then they never found him. And instead of finding him, they replaced him with a very similar dog. That, like, you know, was the same breed, it looked the same or whatever. It was just less aggressive. And then gave it a different name. And then just called it a day. And I was like, what the fuck? Because they had that dog for a very long time. It was their dog before they moved out. And they just replaced him. And then they got a second dog, and it was a little puppy that they neglected as well. And I just thought, man, you don't deserve to have dogs. But yeah, and so it turns out as well that the new dog that had a different name, his name was actually Doug. But because I called him Buster or whatever so often, he responded to that name, even though it wasn't his name. Yeah, it was cooked. These little gremlin dudes are so loud. Now, how do I get up there to fight that one? Do I jump on top of this? Perhaps, yes. Evil owners, yeah, legit. Yeah, they clearly just didn't give a shit about their dogs, and they had one just because they could. I hate people like that. They're just like, oh, we have the space for a dog, so let's just get a dog, and then they just like, it's just kind of there, and they never actually treat it with any dignity. Yeah, not all owners deserve pets. Very true. Even just like I always think if you get a dog, it's part of your family. But you just get people that will just, like, the dog will just be outside all the time and then it'll be dead for like a week and they just don't even notice. I'm like, how do you not even notice? Classic. Go Margin's wife. Yeah, it's fucking... I hate people like that. Goodbye, Tybell. And thank you for being here. Thanks to everyone who's here, by the way. I just wanted to do this, actually I said this already, but I wanted to do this just because I was playing the game anyway, and I thought, you know what, may as well. Get over here, bang! Oh, it hits multiple times, apparently. Fuck! Actually, on the corner of my street, people that live there, they've always had this big, beautiful black Labrador. He's very old boy, but he's so incredibly beautiful, and I love him so much. And ever since like 2019, I remember my girlfriend at the time. One day she visited my place and she saw Thomas is his name in their yard, and she was like, "Oh, big beautiful Labrador," and I was like, "Oh no, don't go up to him," because he would bark all the time, like super aggressively at people. And then she's like, "It's a Labrador. How's he gonna be mean?" And I'm like, "Oh, whatever, it's your funeral." And she went up to the fence, and then he just like, you know, like tail wagging through the air, puts his head down, comes up to the fence. He's all so excited, and he starts looking at her hand and shit. And he's jumping up, trying to get more pats and stuff. And I just went, "Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's a Labrador. Yeah, what am I talking about?" And then ever since then, every time I ever walk past their house, I'd always check to see if he was there, and I'd give him a pat and stuff. And last year, I finally got to look after him for the first time, because they're always out of town, those neighbors. And I started to realize that they're always out of town, and they don't really give a shit about him. And now finally, I've become his father. Whenever I get to look after him, I'm always over there, I'm always giving him belly rubs and shit, and I'm like, oh hell yeah. He's so old now, he's got so many grey hairs everywhere. Every time I see him, he's got a new grey hair. But he's always so happy. When I'm doing like gardening for the neighbor's house, because they're like, "Oh, could you just water some of our plants and shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He always comes over and he rubs his face into me while I'm like crouched down filling up like a watering can or something, because their hose setup is kind of shit. Or when I go over there in a specific pair of shoes, he knows he's going for a walk and he gets so excited and he starts like rubbing his face on me and shit. Oh, Dobush. Beautiful boy. I love him. Get over here, Kodama, and give me that chest. Then I'll reorganize my gear, because it's been a while. Nope, that's not it. Alright. Oh, I'm super agile now. That really didn't change at all. Nice. Make sure to treat my wife right. You get terrified by dogs barking aggressively? I don't know, I feel like I interact with dogs enough and know them well enough to always know the difference between actual aggression and just, "Hey, this is my house. Don't come near my house." Because like my neighbor who used to live next door to me, I actually was always looking after her dog had been looking after a dog for like 8 years. Every time she'd go on a holiday, or she'd have to, like, she'd be in hospital or something like that, I'd frame one, be next door, patting her dog. Loved her so much. But she would always, the dog, she would always bark all the time at anyone walking by, or when I'd go up to the front door to just like say hello to the neighbor or something, she'd see me in the window and she'd start barking. She's like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "Oh, come on, it's me." And then she realizes it's me, and then she just stops barking and she runs up to me and she's, "Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo." She's such a little sweetheart. Like, if you're outside of our neighbor's house, she'll be like, "I'm gonna kill you." And then the second you step inside, she's like, "Okay, we're best friends." It's hilarious. I'm also just skipping this. Yes, there you go. Side quest. Look at that. Quick little thing, and now I've started the side quest. I don't have to spend 50 fucking minutes in a forced cutscene to watch some stupid, unfunny shit. Sorry, I'm getting mad at fucking every Yakuza game, not just 1v3 or Pirate Yakuza or anything. Anyway. The Astralta, this game is awesome. This is the coolest game ever made in history of Nioh 3 games, named Nioh 3. It's gangster. I'm gonna strength. Bang. How about that? Wait, over there. Just like the cat minigame in Lost Judgment. True. The cats that I always forget what I named them. Yeah, halfway across the road. Yeah, no. The water, I feel like, is bugged. I think the movement's not supposed to be that fast, but it's because of my frame rate. I don't know. Also, a lot of benevolent graves around here. I don't know if there's going to be lots of enemies, or... Maybe once I finish up doing shit here, I'll hop off. Hello, fool. Bang. I'm actually the dog whisperer as well. My brother. Past 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Can't believe you, Amber. My brother and his wife have a little cocker spaniel. They've had her for a fair few years now. And they're both really shit dog parents because they're really bad at like disciplining them. Oh, you're a boss? Yeah, I don't know who you are, what you're saying. But anyway. Whenever she'd like bark or, you know, chew on something she's not supposed to chew on, that sort of shit, they just would never do anything proper. It'd just be like, they'd just say, "No, don't do that," and then she'd just keep barking. And when I went down to visit them, it was like for their wedding, I put it upon myself to spend a bit of extra time at their place to look after their dog when they went on their honeymoon, so that way they didn't have to pay a dog sitter for the full, like, however many weeks they were gone on their honeymoon. And when I first arrived, their dog was just barking her head off at me, and I was like trying to eat dinner. She was just screaming, and I'm just thinking like, man, I'm gonna have to endure this for like 2 weeks or however long I was there for. And in like maybe 1 week, she completely stopped barking and did everything I ever told her to do, every single time. And I didn't have to like abuse her or anything like that. I didn't have to fucking get like a shock collar or some stupid shit. I just did the right thing. Mostly she'd bark and I would just like cup her nose, like, you know, grab her little snout and make it so she couldn't bark, and it would piss her off and she'd just not do it. It wouldn't hurt her or anything like that. Wouldn't like, you know, twist her neck or some shit. Just a light little grab and she'd be like, "Alright, I'll stop." And she stopped. Simple as that. And then also other things like, you know, if she was trying to trying to go to spots she wasn't allowed to go to, like I don't know, certain rooms or whatever. What my brother would do is they just say, no, you're not allowed in here. But what I would do, because she's a little small dog, is I'd just pick her up. I'd be like, you're not allowed in here. Grab. Like she'd go under the bed all the time and like constantly bark, and then I'd just grab her from under the bed, and I'm like, you can't stop me. And then she'd start to realize like, oh, I can't actually go under the bed, and she, instead of just like hating me or some shit like that, she'd come out of the bed, stop barking, and then would want to hop on the couch with me for belly rubs. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Oh yeah. And then when I visited them not too long ago, just for like a little visit, I also had to look after her for like the weekend, and again, didn't misbehave or anything like that. I'm the dog whisperer. Long story short, it's really simple to make your dog like not be a fucking asshole, but a lot of people just don't know anything about dogs, don't know how to treat them right, or just abuse them or something like that. It was horrible. Anyway. What if you could take all the flowers and eat them to gain health? You changed names? I see. What was your name previously? I will say though, the one thing I couldn't stop that dog from doing was losing her fucking mind when we would go for a walk. she'd quite literally, when she'd go to the park, she would literally froth at the mouth. But I just let her enjoy herself. Puts her back in your face. That's pretty funny. I like when bunnies and rabbits and stuff will like stomp when they're pissed off. It's pretty funny. What's this way? Quest of some description. I hope there's like a shrine over there. Next shrine I find, that'll be where I end the stream. Is this actually a river? Oh, it is. Alright. I'm going to air assassinate you like Ezio. Bang. Oh, you're the Astral Outlaw. I see. Understandable. I feel like there's gonna be like a secret boss here or something. They'll just jump out at me. No? Oh no. Little ferret thing. Why is it not going anywhere near where I'm aiming? There we go. IRL Yagami and Detective Dog. True. Still find it hilarious with the Detective Dog stuff in Lost Judgment that Amasawa, it's her dog, and she's just like, yeah, whatever, it's yours now, Yagami. Oh, he's got a gun. Watch this epic parry. Everyone's gonna be so impressed. Oh yeah! Hope everyone was impressed. You know, I've noticed in this game as well, if you... Well, actually, it might be a ninja style thing, I think, because there's the samurai style and the ninja style. I think in the ninja style, if you hit an enemy from behind, it does, like, critical hits. Kiwami 3 has like a critical hit effect. That'll happen when you're in, like, extreme heat, or when you hit an enemy from behind. And once again, it makes me wonder, is that a thing in every game? Because it's a thing in the Ishin remake. Was it a thing in the original Ishin? I have no idea. There's now only 2 games, well, 3 if you count Infinite Wealth, 2 games that officially confirm that hitting an enemy in the back does more damage. I don't know how any of that friend stuff works on Tekken 8. I mean, you can, if you want. And then you can fucking join easier if ever I do a viewer battle thing or something like that. Oh wait, is this I think this is Shinada? Yeah, this is Shinada.
ちょうど良いところに
Toshiyuki
一
Morikawa.
定の颯丸と落ち合うつもりが武田の手勢が多くてな助立ち願えるか
There you go. Great voice actor. Alright, and there's a shrine. That'll be the end of this. Oh yeah, I'm vibing. Oh, Shinada's gonna follow me around. Oh my god, it's just like SMT5. Took the code from Infinite Wealth. Alright. Anything I can afford? Nope. Skills. Hollow form. That's actually pretty good. That's not using that much. And that's not very that useful either. Bam. Yeah, Sephiroth and Yoshikage Kira. He's also Leon Kennedy in the Japanese dub of Resident Evil. I think since 4 in Toshiyuki Morikawa. Because I don't know, actually, another thing about it, I don't know if 4 got a Japanese dub. The like original version. I swear it eventually did, but not like on the GameCube or anything. I think it was always like English from memory. But yeah, that's Toshiyuki Morikawa. He's also yeah, and Sephiroth. Dante. He's Dante from Devil May Cry. So there you go. And then Aogami, I think was his name in SMT5, the robot dude that's always by your side. Yeah, there you go. Dante from Devil May Cry. Alright. Just to make sure, once again, I'm going to save. These Team Ninja games have the most fucking goated autosaves ever as well, which is great. Just constantly saves every time you do anything. And that's it. But yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. So that I can like make a video on it, I did want to get like footage and shit, and I'm gonna have to play fucking Kiwami 3 to try and like show certain things and make sure that I'm like saying the right things or whatever, because then people will be like, ooh, you hypocrite. So I was thinking maybe I could just stream a bit of Kiwami 3 at some point soon. I don't know if I will though. In all honesty, the thought has tempted me of like I should just like skip through all the cutscenes and play through it just on my own time. And I was going to do that the other day when I had nothing else to do. I was like, oh, I'll start Kiwami 3. And then I just looked at it and I just thought, I really just can't be fucked. And then I think I loaded up Nioh. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll do that. But, JoJo fan. Hang on, wait, real quick with JoJo. I remember I watched a lot of part 1 on YouTube ages ago. It was like illegally uploaded there. Part 2, I've barely seen any of, to be honest. Part 3, I think also was like, I saw a lot of that on YouTube. Part 4, I've watched. Part 5, I've watched and read like the second half of the manga. Part 6, I've read the manga, still haven't watched it. And then Part 7, I read the manga of that. And then Part 8, I don't know how many chapters of that I read. So there you go, there's my JoJo's experience. I can also hit Y to report. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'll stream Kiwami 3, and if I do, I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. I fucking know. I'm almost tempted to just like script up a video and then just use footage from other games and just pretend it's Kiwami 3, you know? True Smash Bros. Ultimate matches, or just load up Tekken 8 again like I did last time. That was honestly so much more fun than when I played the demo of Dark Ties. And that's another thing too, people saying like, oh, at least Dark Ties is good. You know the worst thing about Dark Ties is that it's like 5 minutes of actual gameplay, and then the rest is just the very thing that I hate so much in the Yakuza games, which is padding. It didn't even redeem it. Ugh. Anyway, and also, yes, Steel Ball Run is my favourite story of JoJo's. I think it's great. Amazing. But yeah, thanks for everyone for being here. Have a good day or night or whatever time it is. I'm going to... Where are you? Ending screen. Look at this. Bang. Wow, beautiful. And let me mute that. Yeah, I'll see you when I see you.